Hola mis reinas y mis reyes. Welcome to episode 4 of Reinas Be Heard. Thank you so much for everyone who was watching episode 3 when I was discussing in regards to my grandma. Every message, every DM you guys sent of encouragement. I really appreciate it so much. It impacted my life and it's helped me to have that courage and that strength to continue on with this podcast. If you're new here, I ask that you follow on Instagram. It's the only social media platform that I have. And other than that, you can also send any messages or any questions that you have on the NGL app. I'll go ahead and post stories here and there on Instagram so that way you guys can go ahead and send messages for the Dear Senya segment. Today, I'm very excited to bring on two very special guests. I mentioned on the first episode that I had a guest in mind and I had a feeling that she wasn't anticipating this. So when I reached out to her and I told her, hey, can you be a guest on my podcast? You're the first person that I want to bring on. Exact reaction is what she gave me.
I'm like, yes.
So I'd like to introduce to you guys Iselda. I'm not going to give you her last name because that's no. She doesn't want you following her. I'm just kidding. But yes, thank you, Iselda, for coming on to the episode.
No, thank you for inviting me. Oh, sorry for cutting you off.
You're fine. I really appreciate it so much. So Iselda for me is my cousin. So it's a little confusing. So it's my husband's cousin, Paulina. She's on the episode too, guys. Paulina's here.
What's up?
Let me introduce her. But she's here too. And she is, Iselda is Paulina's best friend, from what I know.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've met her at church, actually. At parties here and there too. But I got to know her more at church. So starting to see some interest and some likes. I've noticed we're very similar in a lot of ways. So I just want to bring the mic to her so that way she can introduce herself and then we'll pass it on to Paulina as well. Go ahead.
So as you guys know, my name is Iselda with an I, because a lot of people think it's with an E, but it's an I. It's Iselda. No, but I'm Iselda. Oh, sorry if I stutter. I'm like nervous. But yeah, I also am known as Abeja Reina Beauty. If you guys want to go give it a follow, I'm right here.
And we're gonna touch what Abeja Reina is too. This is just this is her first podcast.
Yeah, so bear with me, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a little shut right now.
Yeah, I'm very introverted, so that's why it's only audio. But she's kind of introverted, extroverted in a way.
Yeah, it depends on the mood.
It depends on who you are.
Yeah, it depends who you are, where I'm at, and where's the vibes. I'm just kidding. No, who I'm with. No, yeah. So yeah, I'm Iselda. A little fun facts about me. I'm tall. I'm moderate.
Close your eyes and imagine.
Close your eyes and imagine. Kendall Jenner, but like the aesthetic version. Period. So like that's one thing about me. What stands out is my height. So I feel like people should know, like, you know what, I stand tall, so that's one thing, and also I'm very like giggly and laughy, so if you hear me laughing and giggling, that's just me personally, that's who I am as a person, like that's, like I love to laugh and I like to be goofy in the sense, but
love to have fun in life.
Yeah, because I feel like that's how you should be. Just it's simple, like life is simple, and I feel like you should just enjoy it and just live life and just laugh. Yeah. That's just me. I love to laugh.
Yeah, definitely. And if you guys have trouble hearing the episode, we're recording it on my computer. There's some technical difficulties, so if you don't hear us, I apologize. But moving on with the next segment, Paulina, do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, hello. My name's Paulina. I am cousin to Jasenia, cousin-in-law or something like that. I've known her all my life, basically.
In diapers, basically.
In diapers, yeah. Maybe even my mother's womb.
I don't know.
Maybe
because I don't remember it. So
you probably went to her baby shower.
Yeah, you probably went to my baby shower.
Well, backstory: we all went to the same church.
Yeah. We all grew up there. I knew Jasenia there, and she's always been a real one to me, and I love her. I'm really happy she's my cousin now.
It's like finally.
Yeah, finally, damn.
I just prayer.
She got the ring. And she got a kid now, so.
Oh, a cute little baby.
Oh,
Exactly. And little fun facts about me is I'm the short best friend. I'm the tall best friend.
They're that typical scenario.
Yes.
Exactly.
Every tall person needs a short person.
Exactly. And a blonde.
And a blonde.
No, I'm not that blonde. But I like to travel too, so.
She'll be leaving very soon.
Yeah,
I don't know if you were announcing that. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. I'm going to Texas.
Go find herself a
Yes.
cowboy.
She's like, I don't catch feelings, I catch flights.
I catch flights and feelings, but if I find myself a cowboy,
I'm gonna break it.
y'all gonna be seeing me on Instagram with some
They'll just have the cowboy hat.
And
No
like
face.
the and like
My name
no
on
face,
the
no
hat.
Oh, that's so cute.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so I love that I get to have them on. Every time that I'm around them, it's like always fun. They always keep us laughing. So the real reason why we're also here on this episode is because Iselda, as she mentioned a few minutes ago, she does have a brand of her own that is upcoming, upbringing, and how she says it, all in the plans of God. So when she had started posting this, I was like, oh, hey, this is pretty cool. The name is what attracted me, which is Abeja Reina Cosmetics at the time. And then now Abeja Reina's Beauty. Abeja Reina Beauty, sorry. I always add the S. Because it's Reina's, we heard. I'm here trying to add myself. Collaboration.
Hey, but we all queens though. We all queens.
So when I heard the name, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, because at the time, Reina's Be Heard was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So when I had seen that you were doing the Abeja Reina
Yeah.
Beauty, I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe one day we can collab.
Yeah.
So that's today. And she even brought me a palette that she
Yes.
made.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm telling you guys. How old are you?
20.
You don't have to.
That's all you hear. That's all you hear. That's all you hear. She's an age. Guys, I'm just kidding. No.
But yeah, she's young. She's young doing this. I wish that at her age, I was able to do this, because I love makeup. I love anything cosmetic. So seeing her live this out is really, really cool.
No, I started this like when I was not even 19. I think I was 18.
Oh wow, you see, even younger.
Yeah,
Wow,
so it's
that's-
like now that I look,
Paulina
didn't. Girl, how did I know? I'm just
Wow.
kidding. No, yeah, and
get
it's
to know
like.
her.
So let me let you take the reins.
I was like,
and
I'm
give the
confident.
story.
I'm confident.
Give
I'm
the
just kidding.
story.
Hold on, let me tell you how it came out the womb. No, so yeah, no, yeah, I started when I was 19, 19, around those two like age in the middle, because I know it was in the beginning of the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
So that was really crazy, because I literally like instant like I'm gonna make a brand, and I was like, I always like loved beauty, like even growing up, like I would always see my sister like with the makeup and like the makeup tutorial, back then, like they would show you step by step. So yeah, I was always into that, and obviously being like 9, 8, I wasn't allowed to wear makeup, obviously. And I remember I was just like, right? I miss those days. For real, sorry. And like, even like a little mascara, like I wasn't even allowed. But which is understandable now that I'm an adult. Yeah, strict parents.
For me, it was
Hashtag.
strict mom. My mom was like, oh my gosh. And it's like, it's kind of struggling when you're, young.
Because you don't know, like,
you don't know. You're entering into that area of like middle school and stuff. And it's like, you're noticing guys and noticing other girls, but not you. And it's like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's something new, like.
Yeah, and it's not that makeup defines us. It just
No.
gives us that confidence.
Yes.
I feel like a confident queen is someone that's very, very powerful.
Yes. No, yeah. Even if it's just like a little tint of like a lipstick or just like chapstick, like it's one little thing, it makes you feel empowered,
Exactly.
That's true.
So it's like even if it's just straightening it or just cutting it, even if you're not gonna wear makeup, like that's me, like even if your hair straightener done, like that's how you feel. I feel like a baddie today, And that's when I came out with like well, at first it was Abeja Reina lashes. I came out with lashes because I used to love lashes.
So we're evolving.
No, it's so crazy, because I actually was just thinking about it recently, how Abeja Reina in general grew till not I'm 8. So at the time it was Abeja Reina lashes, and I love lashes. I was the girl with the big lashes, the vroom looking lashes. That was me, girl. But I would only wear lashes, and even if it was just that, like I felt empowering. And I was like, you know what? Let me do this. I literally just threw myself. At the time, I was working at Little Caesars. I was making like, no, like it was true. Like it was, I literally was making like not even like, I was not making good, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just throw the idea. I'm gonna invest in a business, and I did. And it was hard. I'm gonna tell you that, because you have to come up with a name, brand, this and that. And it was crazy. So, and like how I chose Abeja Reina, there's actually like a story behind it. So coming from my grandpa, who had passed away, like it was about to be a year, like his passing. And I was like, you know what, I want to do something, because my grandpa was involved with the bees and the honey. He was a beekeeper. So I was like, you know what, I want to attach something from him, because my grandpa was his own boss. Like he was,
the entrepreneur.
He's and he did that for a living. Like his whole life, that's how he, how do you say, like that was his income, And I was like, I wanted something attached to my grandpa, because I look up to that role. It's him and that role. So I was like, you know what, I want something like that. And I kept trying like Abeja. So it has to be something with the bee, until Abeja Reina. Because I knew, like, I put myself as well, like, okay, I know, like, I'm different. I'm a little taller than my siblings, nothing wrong with that. So I was like, you know what, I know I'm different. So it has to be like, I don't know. And I'm the favorite one in the family. I'm just kidding.
In English, that's translated to Queen Bee.
Yeah, Queen Bee. Yeah.
Like, that's learning a lot on this episode.
So I was like, okay. That's great. I know, like, I'm, I stand out, and a queen stands out from the bees' hives, Exactly. So I was like,
she's the only one.
I'm the only one. Because think about it, I'm the only one that's tall in my family.
And I always told you. That made you tall for a reason, sis.
Period. Right now, yeah. So, like, in all, like, I'm literally, like, the tallest female in my family. So I'm the one that stands out. So I always say, like, queen, and I put Abeja for my grandpa. So it's Abeja Reina. And then what do I love at that time? Lashes. So it's Abeja Reina lashes. Cool. So it's like, how like little, it's like I put little things to it. So it's just like, okay, like cool. And then from there, like I just started doing my lashes, and because I love lashes, and it's like little, like I said, one simple thing, it makes you feel like a baddie.
Like it makes you feel like 100.
No,
you can take on the world.
Especially any age.
No, I was literally like young. I was barely like, not barely, but like I was already like, at that time, I was already into lashes, because back then I was just natural lashes. But no, I was like into I was trying everything, like the mink, the synthetic lash. I was trying them all. So I was like, let me get into lashes. Like, if you want to tell me lashes, I'll tell you about lashes.
I straightened my lashes.
So when you say lashes, are you saying like you would sell strip lashes?
Yeah, strip lashes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I thought like actual like lash extensions. No. I feel like that's very hard.
No, too. I give props to those who does.
Yeah, extension. We have a friend, Emily, that she does them. Shout out to Emily.
Hey. Shout out to my home girl.
What's her Instagram? Let's
put the plug in, girl.
Put the plug in. But no, lashes are tough. So
they are.
Yeah, so that's cool. The lash strips, and then
Lively Lashes by M.
Lively Lashes by M on Instagram. Give her a follow. She did my lashes before. I'm allergic to the glue, so that's why I never went back.
Yes, I thought those were.
No.
They look so good.
These are strips.
Oh, they were extensions. I was like, girl, they look good.
I know how to put them on.
Me over here.
Did I have to put eyeliner?
No, but she does really good.
Yeah, she does
really, really good lashes. Okay.
Sponsor
me, Emily. I'm just kidding. Ready for that check? But yeah, so from Abeja Reina lashes, after that, did it go to anything else?
I stopped my business due to for real, like I fell in love, so I was like, I stopped everything. I did it.
It'd be like that.
I was really young, and now that I look at it, I was like, it was probably like that. Sorry, no, you're good. Like that puppy love that I like to say, like, it's a puppy love, once you first, like, because like I say, I was growing up, I didn't know what like that type of love was. So I was like, I wasn't, cloud nine, happy and loving and whatever. So I stopped, and it was something that I like. Now that I look, I want to say I regret it, but now I'm looking back, I'm like, no. Because if I would have not stopped, I would have not pushed myself to get back up.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So I had stopped maybe for a couple of months, and then the next upcoming year, which was 2021, that's when I again it was same thing. I've been having the lashes, same concept, like lashes, and like you know, this time I added jewelry. I was like, you know, let me do jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah, let me do jewelry. I did jewelry,
Nice.
like, you know, a couple of pieces, and then I did like lip products because at that time I was like getting into lip fillers. Okay. So, because I was selling lip liners because I used to love overlining my lips, but that's when I got involved with lip fillers. So I got my lips done.
Yes, I'm struggling. And that's when I met you, was when you were doing the lip fillers.
No, yeah, but this was in 2021 where I first started my lips. I got my lips done with like a needle. So I started feeling like the love of like the lips, how it looked. So I was like, you know, I want to do that one day. I was like, maybe we'll do it one day, but you know. But I know you have to go to school, and it's going to take me a while. And then 2022 came up. I saw, like, some girls, like, you know, like, she does classes of how to do lip fillers. And I was like, wait, stop. Hold on. No, how much? Right. So now we're talking 2022. So you see how, like, in 2020 and then 2021 and, like, 2022. So now we're in 2022. Like,
and that's when I met you.
Yeah, so that's when we met. That's when we, like.
I just want to put myself in there.
That's where just Sonia came in.
Don't forget me.
Yeah, she was like, I'm not, like, the other main character. But no, yeah. Was it 2022? Yeah, it was in 2022.
It was 2022, yeah.
But we met before, no?
We did, yeah.
It was at your birthday.
At her birthday party.
At 20. It was.
And the funny thing is, that night, I didn't even recognize, like, I didn't even see that you were that tall.
I was tall.
Yeah, no, she looked short. She looked like the rest of us. But the minute she stood up, we were like, hey, you know?
Like this girl.
So yeah, I met you in 2020, but didn't start getting to know you till 2022.
Yeah. That is so crazy. That's God's timing. Like,
it is, because I was telling Pauline, I want to get my lips done. She's like, oh, my friend does that. And I was like, oh.
Friend at the time.
At the time, yeah.
No, wait, were we best friends?
No, yeah, girl. No, yeah.
It's about us.
It's about me, right? I was kidding. Okay. Nah, just kidding. You're coming in. It's your turn to judge. I'm just kidding.
It's coming up your season.
Just stop.
I'll give you the green light. When my flashlight goes on, that's when it's your turn. No, I'm just kidding. That's how we play around, guys. So
yeah. When the three of us are together, when they're together, they go back and forth, and then when the three of us together, it just keeps going.
Yeah, there's not a stop. No, yeah. So this is 22. I wanted to start my. Oh no. So in beginning of 2022, I was like, you know, I'm gonna go back again. I fell in love. I was like, you know, I'm gonna give love a chance. So I start my business and like. Yo, the puppy loves, like, you know, I fell in love, whatever. And then once I got out of that relationship, I was like, you know, I need to do something for myself. Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's going to be God and me. Yeah. You know? Mm-hmm. But I want to invest in this time. Like, you know, I want to be for real. Like, so I was like, let me do lashes again. Like, this is what I'm good at. So I did it again. But I was like, you know what? Something's missing. Mm-hmm. I always felt like something's missing. And I always felt like, what do I like to do most? Like, what do I love about myself? You know, besides, like, me being me. Just kidding.
Besides myself.
No, just kidding. So I was like, you know, lip fillers. So when I saw that, like, there was this training going on about the, like, me, because it's the Hyaluronic Pen lip fillers, which is like, oh, wait. That interested me. So I looked more into details. I'm like, wait, I can do this inside my house. I could actually, like, build a business out of this. So I did the course, and Paulina was actually my guinea pig.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. Get your paw loaded.
Yeah. Like, that's so crazy. And
me with my little.
So I was like, you know, let me do it. So I did it. I literally took the step, and I was like, okay, let me change my name because I can't. Yeah, literally, why not? So I changed the name. I was like, let me do Abeja Reina Cosmetics. That's where cosmetics, came. Mm-hmm. And then that's when I was doing it, like, everything was going smooth. And, like, this was my peak time. I was losing weight, my business was going, I had a good job. And sometimes when you're, like, that's when, like, how can I say it? Like, when you, like, okay, how did I say, sorry. After, like, all that, like, I was, you know, thriving, living my best life peak. And that's when Paulina had introduced me to go to church. And you guys, it's gonna make sense later. Hold on, just give me a second. And that's when Paulina invited me to a church.
She would always say no to me though.
I would always say no to her because, like, you know, like, I'm not ready, like, I'm busy, this and that. But when she invited me, I remember I prayed to God. I was like, God, when you ask for a prayer, take what's not for me at the moment. Mm-hmm. Take whatever. And God heard it. He took everything. He took my job. He took business. He took people out of my life. It was, like, the worst couple of months. And God and Paulina were witness. Like, we were both going through it,
Literally,
and it was something like, girl, like when you ask that from God, that te quita todo.
No, it's true. Cuando dicen, be careful what you wish for, or what you pray for, because He's gonna take you seriously.
Yeah.
Like if you're being serious, it's gonna be okay. Hold on for the ride, because I'm gonna take you through it.
No, yeah.
But in the meantime, we see it as, oh, why is He doing this to me?
Yeah.
But in reality, He's doing it for you.
Yeah.
You're like, God, I said, but not that soon.
I'm just kidding. No,
yeah.
No, because I was so into investing in myself and like my job and the business. Like, when I look at it back now, like, where was God involved? I look back and like, where was God involved? So when I prayed for that, I'm like, okay, it makes sense why He took everything away from me.
Right.
It makes sense. So it was the most painful, like, that's why Abeja Reina Cosmetics stopped for a couple of months. That's why I stopped posting. I was jobless. And I'm gonna be really honest, like, I was jobless. It led me to, like, I was depressed. I was just not it. I was like, you know what? Like, God, what are you trying to do? Like, I was, like, getting mad at God, but I wasn't trying to be mad. I was trying to, like, see the benefit of doubt in those situations. So once, like, I was going through that, that's when I stopped with Abeja Reina. I was like, you know, I'm gonna stop. Like, somebody told me to stop. Just stop. So I stopped everything. I stopped production.
Pause.
And then
Fired all the coworkers.
And then coming back.
The models.
Right. You guys are not getting that discount anymore.
50% off.
My lip.
Can I need to put it back? No, and then. Yeah, I was going through it, and it was honestly I don't want to say the worst 5 months. I want to say it was a lesson learning, because during those months, a lot opened my eyes about, like, being, like, it's not always about, business if God is not involved. So you have to, like, it's like how my pastor had preached, like, if God is not in it, He's gonna take away. And I seen it in my own eyes, literally in my own eyes. And so maybe like January, I started like thinking like, I want my business back, but obviously I can't do it on my own, So I literally was like, God, like, give me a sign, like, I want my business back. So then I'm talking to Him, and then I just, like, I'm not gonna, because I had to close my page, I deactivated it, and I was like, whenever the time is right, or whenever God wants me to open it, it's gonna happen randomly. Right. And I always told God, let it be Your will. If it's not mine, let's just let it be Your will. So yeah, and I think it was probably we're on June. May. It was May. Well, okay, so I got a job, everything went good. Like, you guys wonder, like, does she still have a job? I do, I got a job, thank God. And so yeah, in May, I prayed about my business again, because I was like, I missed it. I miss, I just missed it, the beauty and everything.
Yeah, it's who you are.
Yeah, and it's something that I enjoyed, and like, even if it was like, even if I had like less followers, and not even like, I didn't care. Like, I was posting like if I was like a YouTuber, like, because back then I used to love watching YouTubers, like the influencers, like I always like love talking to myself in the mirror, so like stuff like that, like I was, I missed it, and it was like, like I feel better now, like thank God I'm not depressed anymore, like I feel myself, I felt a spark going in me now. And then that's when I opened my page, but I was like, okay, whenever God wants me to post. And it was actually recent when and I felt like this was God who pushed me to post. And because I was going to take a normal selfie, me posting them, and, looking all cute. Behind myself.
She's like, let's not lie.
No, yeah. And something just led me to post on Abeja Reina Cosmetics. At that time, it was cosmetic. Yeah. And I was like, what do I post? Like, do I just post, like, hey, I'm back? Or, like, because at that time, like, at that moment, like, I didn't had any plans. Because, mind you, like, I have, like, other personal stuff going on, so I was like, I don't have the time right now, like, but I was like, you know what, like, I need to stop saying, like, when I'm ready. Right. It's whenever God wants you to do it. Yeah. And it's not like you're going to do it. It's whenever God wants you, and He's going to push you. And that's what God did. He pushed me to the where I'm over here recording myself saying, like, I failed. Like, I literally was honest. Like, I failed. But you know what? I'm getting back up. It doesn't matter how many times I fail. It doesn't matter how many times I close this chapter. God said, open this chapter up. Yeah. Like, I'm going to reopen it up because it's time now. It's just time to shine. And that's what it did. I believe it was God, like, led me to, like, post the story that I posted on Abeja Reina. And that week, I was, like, thinking, I'm like, okay, I wanted it to be different now. I don't want it to be how it was back then. Like, maybe, like, all this time back then, it wouldn't work out because something was missing, and it was God. It was God that was missing. So now that I'm involving God, I just see, like, even though it's just like right now, but I see God moving in my business. And it's crazy because it's like, that's what I never saw back then. It's like I was moving my business, but this time it's God moving my business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he'll get you.
Yeah. And that's why, so if you guys see me like preaching about the gospel or like anything like that, just know like it's all God, honestly. It's honestly like there's some times where I don't post the Bible verse. It's what God is telling me to post. And I sense and I feel like whenever like the Holy Spirit tells me like, you know what, post it. You know, it's not always me, you know, and I give that to all to God because I see and I feel him like, post this. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Why not? You know, yeah. So now, like, my business is transformed. It went from being, you know, my world, you know, to the world, to becoming to God's world, to God's beauty and what, you know, what, His will and all. Yeah, because it's not like Abeja, Reina también. Like, I changed the meaning behind it now because now that I'm walking with God, it's like, it's beautiful. How back then my meaning was like, you know, you gotta be beautiful, you gotta be you, but this time it's like, no, you're God's child, and I made you who you are. Even though it's about talking about cosmetics and beauty, like, yeah, like I know like God doesn't want to like me to put lips on, but you know what, it's whatever God wants. So it's
I was just gonna touch on that because I'm gonna segue a little bit because you brought up a topic for me where you were mentioning about how God is involved in your business, right? Yeah. So I do feel there's a Bible verse where it says that as a woman we have to adorn our temple. Yes. So for people that say like, oh, don't put too much makeup on, or don't do this, don't do that, I think it's more to the point of not making yourself look unrecognizable. But if you put lips, if you put, you know, if that makes you feel good, then I say do it. Yes. You know, because at the end of the day, whatever makes you feel as a person, a better person, do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then the other thing is, in the topic of loving ourselves the way that we are, because some people will feel like, oh, lip fillers is just, you're just trying to change yourself. No, because it's like I said, if it makes you feel good, then do it. Yeah. But if it doesn't if you don't feel like doing it, because like I tell my sister all the time, like, oh, I want to get my lips done, I want to do this, and she's like, dude, you don't need that. It's like, yeah, I know I don't need that, but I want it. You know? Like, I think it's nice. Yes. And then like when you were mentioning about your name being the queen bee, I feel like you're redefining that now. Yes. Where in the sense of it was being the queen bee and being on top in the world, now you're being the queen bee in yourself. Yes. Where when the enemy comes and he tells you like, oh, you're nothing, you be like, I'm the queen bee. I'm Abeja Reina. Exactly. No, yeah. Oh, sorry. Like, no, yeah. That's why I changed it to, instead of cosmetics, to beauty. Because I don't want to involve just the hyaluronic pen, the lip fillers, and like makeup. No, I want to involve like other stuff like skincare, like let's talk about like what's your favorite makeup product, you know, like I want to switch it up now, like. And then also talking about the beauty part of it, you're also talking from the beauty within, because you're mentioning God. Like, so, not just within me, but like around us. Exactly, like, as women. Yes. And then also like not only that, but the beauty of the Word of God. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys always like see like my highlights, like Bible verses. It's not from me, it's from God, because it's also beauty from God. Yeah, exactly. You know? Even the skies, the way that He paints the sky, the flowers. It's the little details. He's all about beauty. Yeah. Even like as how do you say, like as girls that see, even bugs have beauty. They do. You know? Honestly, like ladybugs be having, they're cute. Ladybugs are cute. She said the cockroach. The cockroach. I don't know what the cockroach got that beauty too. She got that. Hey, she got that bronze look. That's the bronze I want. For real. What shade is that, homie? Like, hi, little fella. The cockroach. No, but it's true. Even if it's just a cockroach, it got. It's a ladybug. No, but it's like, honestly, even if it's a cockroach, it's still beauty in God. It's still beauty in God's eyes. As much as we're like, ew, cockroach, like in God's eyes, it's still beauty. Even though insects. My dog be chasing it, but it's okay. She looks cute chasing it, so I tickle his. She plays hide and go see. I think he's waiting at this point.
haven't found them.
So to like bring and tie Paulina into this, because I've seen like you guys bounce back with each other. So did that in any way like inspire you in anything, or like vice versa? Like inspiration within each other. Yeah.
Well, in my side, I feel like I've always been, not to put myself down, like, I'm not a type of person to put myself down, but, like, I feel like I had to meet Iselda because I would always see her and she has, like, that confidence and has that, like, what I need. I used to always, I used to always be like, wow, like, this girl, like, she loves herself. Like, she's not in the mean way. But, like, it was, like, conceited, but in a good way. Like, it wasn't, like, just, like, oh, like, like, no, it was, like a way
the confidence.
Yes. Yeah. And I would always see that, and I used to be like, I need that, like, I need that because I've always been that type of girl that was like,
oh, I've seen,
yeah, you knew me.
I know, yeah.
I'm like,
and I've seen this transition in you since knowing her. That's why I wanted to ask that question.
There you
go. Because it's like when you surround yourself with groups of people, now since we're on the podcast portion of it, this is why we started Reina's Be Heard, because we need to surround ourselves with other queens and that support each other. Yeah. So seeing that transition in you, it's very beautiful.
Touching you, girl. I cried. I got lashes on today, girl. That one time.
So it's very nice to see that what she was struggling with her beauty line, it's just, a brand now is transitioning to another person.
That's so cool. I never knew that. Yeah. And it's like crazy because it's like she learned that from that, but what I learned from her is like I always told her, and like I always seen like God in her. Aww. So she's the one. No, it is crazy, and it's like, and I believe that God puts people in our life for a reason, because she brought me to church. She's the one that brought me to God. Because after my grandpa's passing, I left the church. I left God. Like I was like, you took the most important person. Now I'm, and it's as bad as it sounds. Like that's what I really did. And it was years, girl. Like I was like in the world. Like if you could like know, I was in the world. But when she told me that one day, I was like, you know what? It wouldn't hurt to try. Yeah. And ever since then, like I just haven't really looked back. And I do have my fallout, which is God is still working in me. And it's now that I'm older, like I see it, and it's just like wow, it's speechless.
And I would always wonder, like, it's crazy how we just like met.
Yes.
And like I see it, I look back and I'm like, that's crazy. Like this girl was going through something and I picked her up and we hemmed out. Like,
for real.
And now we're like, what are you doing? Like,
because she left where we used to work.
Yeah, we were working somewhere, but
I think you mentioned it.
I think I mentioned it.
I'll bleep it out.
It was one random night, and we didn't, mind you, she stopped working there, and I literally was like, you know what? I was crying. I was like, I was going through it, and I was like, hold on, let me call someone. And I just saw her name, Paulina. I'm like, let me call her. And it was after like that one phone call. Everything changed. No, little girl, everything we didn't. She picked me up because I was always more like.
She wanted to dye her hair red.
No, that was like
once you dye your hair red, there you go. You're going through it.
No, girl, I had blonde and red.
She was having
I was looking at like Paulina, I need help. I was like, Paulina, I need help. I'm not okay.
She's like, yes, you do.
You know what, God?
No. She's like, here's some black hair.
I went to go dye it after. That was funny. I just looked at you like, girl, I don't think I'm okay. Look at my hair.
No, but now it's like, now we're here, and like, honestly, I thank God for you, Zelda. And like, I don't know if we're not part of the segment. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
But I really do, because of him bringing me her. I feel like it's helped me a lot as well too, and I've never. I'm just kidding. No, we don't like to touch.
We don't like to touch it even though. No, even though we're like, oh.
You guys are funny.
No, it's true. Like we get a little cringed out. I know. Like I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, if you can't touch your best friend, then it's just not your best friend.
We tried. Literally, I know, like, was it today? Like, they were like, hold hands, and we're like, no.
We're like, no, not touching.
I
don't know where you've been.
No, yeah, it's been a long journey with both of us. We already went to our first vacation too.
And it's only been like what, like how many
4
years?
years.
That's
4
crazy.
years.
A lot happens in 4 years. Yeah.
Now that I think of it,
It's
crazy.
a lot.
Oh.
and it's like wow, because it's like we met such a young age, and now we're seeing each other growing up as an adult. You know, yeah, and you saw my struggles, you know. But it may seem embarrassing, but when you look about it, it's life.
Yeah.
You know, and I always been like that the person where like everybody's perfect but me. Like I don't like I'm the only one that has problems. And when I heard like her struggles, I'm like, wait, no, people have struggles. And that's when I learned like, no, I'm not the only one with struggles. There's people who have struggles, and we were literally like an open book, me and Polina. Like, literally. We cannot hide anything from each other. We can't. We can't. We feel bad. We feel like Polina, no, literally, she'll be like, Isolde, I have to tell you something. And I'm like, what happened? It's like this week, this is that. I'm like, girl, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Because me too. Because me too. Like, you did that. I did too. Literally.
Oh my goodness.
So you know,
funny.
It's true. It is funny. True. And it's crazy.
I love how, like, we never fight. Well, we argue, but like
in a funny way.
Yeah, like we laugh it off. She stays mad. She could be stubborn. Not gonna be so funny, baby.
Just because of that one day.
When San Diego, I had to bring this up because it's funny. Because we went like at night. We went out and like I told her, I was like, "Are you sure you're gonna be good with those?"
Oh yeah, because I wear heels, bro. Well, I wear heels, and you know me, I'm like, I'm gonna say it. I want to look cute. Then she told me the whole like when we were getting ready.
Night, I was like, "Are you okay? Are you sure?" We went dancing. Are you okay? Are
me
you
dancing
sure?
in pain. I'm just kidding.
Dancing in pain. Beauty is pain.
Right. And like. We kind of got silent because she ordered like an Uber and all like that. We're gonna go back to the Airbnb, and then we didn't talk. We did not talk. Oh. She even turned. You know that one turn we all do.
No, because I had thought she was mad at me.
No, I was just like, she's mad at me, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Moral of the story: communication.
No, literally. Exactly. And then my blanket was on her bed. My blanket was on her bed,
so then I had to talk to her.
No, she didn't even talk to me. I was cold.
She had the audacity to sleep on the other bed.
Oh,
and
my
I
God.
left. I was just.
She was like all shivery.
No, hold on, girl, hold on. I was literally in the bed, and it was cold because we had the AC on blast. I was shivering. I was like, no, because she's mad at me, so I can't. Me tapé con like with the sábana. How do you say it? Sábana, like the sheet, but it was so thin. I literally slept. I was like shaking.
I woke up in the middle of the night and I turned to make sure she's like next to me or something. I look, she's over there with the sábana. I'm like, this girl, I swear, she's mad at me. She's mad.
But I thought she was mad at me. No. So the next day comes.
The next day, she's like, I'm still sleeping. She wakes up, she goes, takes a shower. All I hear in the shower.
Dramatic.
And I'm just on my phone like.
And I took a long shower. I was like, I hope I drowned in the shower because I thought she was mad at me, and we never fought. We never fought.
All because of the heels.
Literally or something. Yeah. And then she's like, I took a long time so the hot water could wait on you and you won't have hot
yeah, so I was like, I was like, I waste the water, so when you go in, you're not gonna have hot water. It's because I thought she was mad at me, right. So like I was being stubborn, really stubborn.
And then I'm like, she goes upstairs. Well, like, yeah, she goes upstairs to her bed. And then I come downstairs, and then I'm cleaning up, packing, getting ready, because we're going to leave already the next, to go home. And then this girl literally, she comes downstairs. I'm putting on my music. I was like, there's nothing wrong with me. And I'm not mad. Like, I'm going to play my music. I was singing songs. I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to clean up, pack. And she sits down on the couch, and she's just like on her phone. Like, I knew she was mad. And then later on, I see this plastic bag, and I was like, oh, like, I'm gonna tell her maybe for, like, her dirty clothes, like, she could put it on there. And I'm like, hey, do you need a plastic bag? And she was like, no, are we gonna be mad at each other? I was like, what are you talking about? Who's mad? I was like, who's mad? And she was like, you're mad. I was like, no, you're mad.
We were putting fingers. I think you're mad at me, so that's why I became mad because like even and literally, girl, I was mad for no reason.
It'd be like that. We women do that, and
then we got over it. We were like, let's go to McDonald's. Let's go.
Maybe we're hungry.
Yeah. No, literally, and it like nothing happened. Oh my god, that was so funny.
That was our
You
first
sound
fight.
like I'm working on myself.
I'm working on myself. I never said it was easy. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so although we segued, beautiful
Sorry.
funny story. It's okay. No, I love it. I love it because you see the realness.
No, yeah.
You know? So, like, that's what I wanted to ask, like, with the whole friendship and with the whole brand and stuff.
Yeah.
I see it, coming alive in this friendship. So, beautiful.
Definitely.
I wanted to ask, though, how does it feel being a young, aspiring Latina brand owner? Like, how do your parents feel? Like, do they know?
They do know, but it's just like, I feel like growing up in with like, I'm not like bashing them obviously, because no, like growing up in a Hispanic strict family household, it's like, it's really hard to impress them.
Not just that, but I've been hearing a lot of podcasts lately that have been opening up about, growing up in a Hispanic household. Our parents are very used to a certain way. Like, you get a good job. If you go to school, you get a good job. That's it.
Yes.
But it's like, if you try any other venture, it's like, that's not it.
Yeah, like, como que like, oh, okay, pues, like, like, just, okay, good for you, like,
Exactly.
And it's like, yes, like, right now, like, I'm in the process of, going to school and then, going to college and then getting, a new job because, only God's time. And, yes, I want to go that route, but, like, if God has another plan, like,
what if that's not his plan to get the 9 to 5? Because if you think about it, a business owner is 24/7.
Yes.
So I would say, I'm not trying to segue or anything,
no.
Obviously, yes, continue with the will of God. But if this is something you're very passionate about and you've been seeing him move already, I would just say, like, just go full force with it.
Yeah.
Because honestly, for me, I'm an entrepreneur too, but I'm also in the dilemma that I have my child, I have my husband, we have our house. So it's like all these bills, it's like, we have to be smart with how we do things, but at the same time, it's like time is only running out. Yeah. So if we have the opportunity to do something and do something for ourselves and be our own boss, I say do that.
Yes.
If you have the financial support.
No, yeah.
Because I know it's hard.
It's hard. And honestly, like, my friends are like, yeah, I do it like this and then, which I don't see nothing wrong with it, because I feel like, me personally, like, they see me fail multiple times, and they're like, okay, like, this girl is just crazy talking. But, and I get it, I understand. Yeah. But now I just feel like, okay, but this time, God's involved, so it's gonna work somehow or some way. If it's gonna take me, like, years, at the end of the day, if God, if God is gonna take me, let's say, years to reach a certain point, then okay,
you'll be content.
Yeah. And I know, like, I'll be content knowing that this is what God wants me to do. So yeah, but with the whole, like, my parents, it's just more like, I don't really talk about it, I just do it.
Right. But little do they know, like, being a mom now, little do they know that the more life you speak into your children, the farther they're gonna go, as compared to estás pendeja, porque estás haciendo eso, like, that brings you down. Yeah.
No, yeah, little comments, yes, but I, like, because my sister also has her own business too, and she what's her, I can't even pronounce her thing. It's Valentina.
I don't know how to say your sister's
name. But, like, she knows if she hears this, she knows what I'm saying. Like, she has, like, she does, like, all this Tumblr, and, like, she does, like, I like to call it arts and crafts, because, she does a lot of cute stuff. Yeah, shirts, like, everything, she does a lot of cute stuff. And
the shirt you're wearing.
Yeah, so shout out to her.
I saw it.
It's called highs and lows, God will still be there. It's something like that. No, yeah. So it's like, it's like, not only does my parents have just one, it's both of us. Yeah. So it's like, we can literally, like, tell them our plans, but this time we just have to literally go for it.
But that's what I'm trying to bring it back to, the fact that if our parents would only be open-minded and seeing, hey, I have 2 entrepreneur women doing things and speaking life, that would make it better. Yeah. Hopefully soon, your parents come through.
And they see it, and they're like they still say like, oh, I'm happy for you, this and that.
Yeah.
But it's just like this is different what me and my sister are doing.
Right.
They didn't have this in their time.
There's more opportunities than there was back then.
Yes, and I now, like, I see it now that I'm older, and I'm like, okay, I understand why they feel this time, because I fell down a couple of times.
Exactly.
I seen it, and I understand now. But this time, I'm just like, okay, but I'm in the mindset where, like, it's God now. Mm-hmm. It's whatever God wants. It's not what my parents want.
And that's why I want to bring up this topic, because I may have some entrepreneur listeners and that they're trying to start something.
Yeah.
So it's really just do it.
Yeah, honestly, just do it. Like, literally, I didn't have any, like, I had plans for Abeja Reina, but, like, it went from Abeja Reina Cosmetic to Abeja Reina Beauty. If that doesn't say anything, then, like, I always just say, just
always evolving.
Yeah, and just literally just go for it. I literally just say, just throw yourself out there and just go as you go. Like, I'm literally going as I go. I don't know what's next.
Right. Even with Reina's Be Heard, like, I just post.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, because it's like, if one or two people hear it, that's one or two people.
Yeah.
That's something more people than just me myself listening to it, you know? And if it's just me listening to it, I like my voice.
Yeah.
Why not?
And if, you know, and it's like, right now, like, I'm just posting whatever, like, skincare routine, like, do my makeup, a little, like, get ready with me. You know what? I'm just doing it because that's what I like.
Right.
You know, I used to be like, oh, I have to have I have to be a certain way and that. But no, I just found, like, you know what? I'm just right now I'm throwing myself out. I do have plans, but like I said, it's up to God. And right now I'm in a waiting season.
And then another thing with the plans, and I've said this, I think, on episode 2, where it's like, don't say your plans out loud, because so many people that are watching you are not for you. So that's what the main thing, like going to the gym, doing your business, or trying to start something new, cooking something, just don't mention it, because people are always gonna go after you.
Never trying to
stop it,
like,
or try to top you.
They'll be like, otra vez.
That's the toxicity about social media. I love social media. I'm the type of person that'll be posting. I love, like, engaging.
If I'm the first one on your, like, story, mind your own business. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was just happen to be there.
No, that really does happen to me sometimes, where I'm like, damn,
I feel
so
2 seconds. Dude, I feel so unfair.
I feel so, like, stalkerish. It's like, I didn't mean to do that. Your thing just popped up and then I clicked on it.
Yeah.
You know? But, like, seriously, like, that's the toxicity about social media. That it's like, it's always making you feel like a competition with one another. But it's like,
but it shouldn't. It should be con tu gusto, you know? Like, I like posting, like, if, like, and this gonna sound, like, how do you say it? Like, it's gonna sound, like, I don't know, it's gonna sound some type of way, but, like, I like posting as in, like, como tipo influencer. I like to be on my mirror, like, oh, this is how you do it. Like, welcome to my life, you know? And it's something that vlogging, because coming, like, growing up, the vlogging was, like, family vlogs.
It's relaxing. I've been watching it. I love watching vloggers, and I love, like,
beauty
watching.
I wish I had your life.
And that's what I like to do, and, like, that's, like, right now, like, that's why I didn't want to be too much on.
But then think about it, these influencers and these people that are up there right now are getting older, right? So
I'm next. I'm just kidding.
Get out my way.
I'm just kidding, you guys.
Like, that's what I was thinking about not too long ago. I was like, they're gonna eventually kind of, like, retire in a sense. They'll always be influencers, but if we don't believe in ourselves, we're never gonna be the next influencers. You know.
And not only
start from somewhere.
and they're gonna be involved with something else. They're not gonna be more in the social media, because you know. But and that's where, like, if you see me, like, posting get ready, like, I'm trying to be an influencer. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to make it. Trying to take that out of the churches. I'm just kidding. No. Like, it's just, like, that's what I love. And now that I'm coming to point, like, at the age that I'm now, like, I am now, it's more clear, like, this is what I like doing.
Yeah, the older you get.
Yeah, the older. Yeah, because if you would have told me, like, when I was, 17, 18, me posting up, like, speaking on, like, stories like this, I wouldn't do it. I'm shy. Like, Polly knows it. I'm just, to this day, I'm so shy. Like,
sometimes.
If you see me quiet, it's because I'm shy. But now I feel like
You're branching out.
Yes.
Yeah, which is good. And that's what I think God wants for you, too. And that's why he's respaldando business. Because he's like, I know what you're capable of. And I know what you can do.
No, and it's so crazy because God put me in a position, like, in my job where you have to throw yourself out there. You have to talk to, like a couple of people, like, in a group, you know, like. And it's like, okay, if God put me in this position, then it's for a reason. Now I'm able to talk in front of the camera. Like, now I'm kind of talking in front of the camera with people around.
Yeah.
Little. Like,
it's hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, do it. Like, just go for it. Like, literally, I don't know if you guys seen this TikTok video, but that TikTok video really spoke to me. It's like, people are going to think we're weird. And then it zooms out to, like, the world. Mm-hmm. And it's like, who cares? Yeah. There's a lot of people in the world. Like, literally just go for it. Just do it, you know? And, like, step out of your box. Dust off. Shake it off, you know?
The moral of a story, get yourself a Paulina.
Get your, not my Paulina, but someone like another Paulina. She's like,
no, I even told her, like, I'm going to put music in the background so it sounds cool.
Yeah, she helped me with the story from today. Like, she helped me out. So it's like, little like things like that, you know, and it's like
it takes a village.
Yeah, it does, honestly. And it's just like, wow, like now seeing myself grow, like, yes, I have, there's some learning like in my life that I need to still grow on, but like just to see how far I got with my like me not being too shy anymore, and like, my goodness, like that tall shy girl, like she's speaking out, and then now I feel more and then I feel like now it's speaking more confidence in myself with my height as well.
And you're owning your height.
Yeah, owning my height.
I always told her, stand tall, you Stella. Stand tall. She's like, I'm already tall. I'm like, there's a reason why you're tall.
There's a reason why you're tall. No, yeah, and there is a reason. It's like, I always felt different, like, even like in the matrix, I was always been tall.
That's good.
I've always been tall.
The funny thing is, I've always wanted to be tall. You know, I always thought it was nice to be tall because it's like, you look regal. You look like, I'm too tall. We just talked about.
I'm just kidding. I have my moments. I'm just kidding.
Where are you lying?
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just playing.
Exposed.
Red flag. She out. No, I'm just playing.
Ending the episode now.
Nice meeting you guys.
No, but honestly, like, it makes you look regal. It makes you look different. Like you said, and different is a good thing.
Yeah,
like,
I'm learning to that different is a good thing.
Yeah,
honestly.
Exactly. So if you feel like you're different, it's a good thing.
No, it is.
Own it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So one other thing with the brand, I wanted to see, like, who are you trying to reach through the brand? I don't know if we touched on that. Like your audience for your brand.
I want to, honestly, I was actually just, like, talking to God about that. Like, where do you want me to, like...
Who do you want me to reach?
Yeah. Do you want, like, the beauty influencer or, like, you like, you know, like, people who are walking with you? But then, honestly, why not both? Why not both?
Why do we have to be segregated?
Yeah. Why do I, like, and maybe I answer what, like, maybe I answer my question right now, so I think just,
she's like, what?
But no, literally, I just, like, God, I think I just spoke to me right now. Now
that wasn't me.
I think I felt the Holy Spirit. No, I'm being for real. I think I just felt like God just spoke to me. And, like, no, I know both.
Why not?
You don't see influencer walking with God. Like, not to be judgmental, like, because you're not. Well, maybe. I'm just kidding.
You see them walking with God, and then they're going against the other side, because we got the right side and the left side. Unfortunately, we do have that division in this world.
And it's like, why not both? Now that I say why not both, because it's like,
Jesus did it.
Literally. And honestly, like, there's nothing wrong with bringing the word of God in the beauty industry.
It's not.
And I feel like this is gonna get a little deep, but, like, I feel like a lot of, like, people, a lot of people cover themselves up with makeup, you know, which is great. You know, you feel beauty, but let's be honest, we want to also feel beauty in the inside, and that's where God comes.
I feel like there's a lot of toxicity in the beauty industry. Yeah,
they're like, I have to look this and that, you know, or like, oh, I have the perfect makeup, but I still don't feel pretty.
Yeah,
and that's where I feel like that's where,
or the whole, like, if you don't have a big ass, like,
I
gotta
ask you, but
I mean, we Latinas, we're curvaceous. We're
I think God forgot about me. Or maybe because I didn't have a quinceañera.
I didn't have a quinceañera.
Oh, I think he just forgot. He's like, pass.
He's like, you're gonna be the voice.
That's why I built different. I'm gonna leave this.
You're gonna stand tall.
You're gonna stand tall. I'm like, well.
She's like, yeah, but I want a booty too.
I want a booty too. No, you know what? I like my no butt. Like, I have no butt. Like, it's something that, like, it's so weird. It's like, a lot of people think that something's like, no, actually,
no,
my
women
butt.
go through that.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, for me, like, they're like, oh, and it's not just to, like, ramp myself up or anything. Like, oh, you have a big butt. It's an insecurity, honestly, because I can't wear certain types of
Yes.
clothes. Because when I wear it, they're like, oh, you're trying to be seductive. Like, no, I'm literally just trying to dress myself.
Dude, especially your mom.
Girl.
Like, my mom, I wear a skirt. I can see your underwear. Why can't I see your thighs? I'm like, okay, then I'll wear pants. I wear, like, leggings. I can see your underwear. I can see the line of your underwear. And I'm like, dude, okay, then I'll wear nothing. Like, I'll just wear freaking, like, a cobija. Like, I'll step out with a cobija. Like, but then, like, it sucks. It does suck. It's like, it's kind of like a curse.
Yeah,
you know?
in a way.
In a
yeah.
way. A good curse. Yes.
God, what about me? I was
We can compliment that.
Am I being
No, but it's kind of like sucks.
No, it does suck. And then not just that, but like how she's saying, like, it's like God forgot about me. It's like
he didn't forget about you.
But it's also like, as you guys say, like, even though it also sucks on mine because these dudes, like, or people in general, I'm gonna say general because you know it's both. Now, like, oh, you have no butt.
But not just that, but
There's like some guys. I've seen some guys with like no butt girls. Not to be mean, but I'd be like, you're talking
not everybody wants that.
Yeah, you know, and those are the guys that say no, I can't date her because she has no butt. End up with the girls with no butt.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like my butt. It's
small. You got a cute butt.
It's there. You just gotta look.
It's just like this whole world.
Yeah. Look, because I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Back then. What was it? Ew, you have a big butt. Ew.
Dude.
You don't have boobs.
Becky, look
at your butt. Yeah,
what?
You know? Like, I used to be
Dude,
worried because I didn't have boobs.
When I was younger, growing up in high school, being thickums, it was tough out there. Like, oh my gosh. If you were not a skinny little itty bitty with no butt, like, you were ugly.
Yes.
And now it's like, all of a sudden, everybody wants to be built like
And those same people that when you come to you, they're like, hey, Paulina, like, I know.
It's like, first of all, you didn't even look at me back then.
Yes. Oh
and I don't want to look at you now.
Yes.
How does that feel like? How does that feel, guys? I'm just kidding.
Tell me.
Tell me about how you suffer the way you have me. Just kidding.
No.
But like,
it's tough. I think like it said, it's careful what you wish for, and you're built the way you are for a reason.
Because that's what God wanted. If God didn't give you a butt, that's because God didn't give you a butt. You know, because He knew I would act up. He knew I would act up. He knew I would act up
all the time. I'm like, God knows that I can't be skinny or looking good because it's like. I wouldn't know how to act. Honestly,
good,
I appreciate it. But those are my inner demons and my insecurities that fight me every single day.
Yeah, true. I feel that too.
Especially like with the story that I'm going to share on the podcast one of these days. But ever since that happened, it's like that's even been battling in my head like all the time. Like, you got to look like this, you got to look like that. But now God has even been speaking through me in fitness, where it's not like, oh, you got to do it to look good. It's more like to feel good. Feel empowered and strong. And then also glorifying Him in some way.
Yes.
It's a worship. I found out it's worship when we take care of ourselves. So.
It is. Because you feel so... because even going to the gym is just really like...
It's relaxing.
It makes you like, you're running and you're just like...
This is how I look when I'm running in my life with God.
Like, I will push this way just like He pushed me.
The same strength you give me every day, give it to me now.
You know, because it's true. Like, I'm like, when I work out, I'm like, God, like, help me. Because, you know, sometimes it's like you have so much built inside. You're just like, ugh, you know, like you have that anger and you're just like, how am I going to let this go? And I used to think that before the gym. I'm like, how am I going to let this go? I don't want to go to my therapist. Like, I love my therapist, but I'm like, you know. But, and then I go to the gym and I'm just like, God, I talk to God and I tell Him, like, God, I feel like this. I'm running. I'm like, I feel like this, and I want to cry right now, but no, I can't.
I'm in the gym.
I'm in the gym. There's a cute guy over there. My gym crush is here.
It's like, is that tears or sweat?
A little bit of both.
No, I feel like the gym is like, because I recently just got into the gym, because I used to be into fitness last summer. I used to go hard. I used to go twice.
Me too. And then I got pregnant with my daughter. That's how I got pregnant with my daughter. I didn't, not at the gym, but...
I was like, dude, literally, I was like at the gym. Literally, I was just thinking about it. And that's why I stayed quiet. I was like, the gym? I was like, how? I was kidding. No, like recently
you had that workout.
No, I was going hard, girl. Like, I would wake up and I would just like, it was like a different mindset, like the grind, like that's what I have to do. Yeah, so it's getting back there.
No, yeah, there's nothing wrong. Like, I recently just got back to the gym, and like, I go to this gym, and like, it's hard. Like, huh? You check it out.
She had me freaking go one day, and I was like, what the hell did you?
It's like boot
Oh,
camp.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
Girl,
That's
that's another type of sex.
Yeah, but I don't go into like the mindset like I'm gonna work, and now I'm just like I zone out. I zone out. I'm either talking to God or I'm just like, okay, what's my next plan? Because it's just I don't really I don't have like gym friends at that gym, so it's just like it's just me and my thoughts, and it's good. Which is it's relaxing too. Like, who doesn't like a good sweat?
Exactly. I love when Paulina showed me the sauna. Oh my gosh.
Oh, the sauna.
She's like, let me show you.
I love the sauna.
The sauna's so good.
Do it for real.
I like. Yeah, that's good. It stopped?
No.
I love, but like
we were all like, don't tell me I lost all this amazing content.
I can do it again. No, yeah, gym is no. I think like gym. Back then, it used to be like I need to lose weight, but now that I'm walking with God, I see it different now. It's more for looking better and feeling better because God gave me this body for a reason, and I gotta take care of it.
Yeah. And then right now, we've been doing on Reina's Be Heard. I've been trying to start doing it where it's called Dear Senya. I'm gonna try to get like a forum where you can send anonymous emails. I feel like those are a lot better.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So send it to my boss. Who said this?
Never got it.
Like, who sent this?
Never mind. Never mind.
We'll talk about it off camera.
It's probably like the emails. They're like big titty.
Oh my!
At gmail.com. We're like, hold on. We're like, damn.
So on the Dear Senya, we like to go and use NGL, which is an app. If you don't know, it's an app where you can do anonymous messages. So it's just like a little area where people can leave stuff anonymously, because I feel like when it's anonymous you're more vulnerable, you're more open, because it's in the dark.
That's true.
I haven't gotten any juicy ones, sadly. I want to give advice, you guys. Let me give advice. But I just gotten a lot of questions, like I guess like in regards to faith and stuff. So I kind of feel like with this episode we kind of touched a lot of them, because this first one was what keeps you going. God,
literally.
God,
it's so
my family,
God,
my daughter,
my future family,
my future family.
Because all this is
myself.
Me, myself, and I'm kidding.
Honestly, I give props to myself, because it's like if I didn't believe in myself and believe in God, and I wouldn't be here today. So
honestly,
it's true. It's very true.
No, it is.
I feel like it's like I know like it's important to involve God, because like I compare my own life to my new life. Girl, I was like, how was I living? How was I surviving? Now I'm just like, I'm like this to God. Like, this is how I am. Literally.
Don't leave me.
And that's how I am. And what keeps me going is just...
we have to be always. Agarrados de la mano.
Literally. There's always something good at the end of the darkness. That's what I'm...
God would not give you a battle you can't handle.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. So the other question that was sent in was, what do you love about yourself? What don't I love about myself?
I love perfect. I'm just kidding.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
I would say I love that now. I see myself from back then, like you said. You know how like Zelda was saying, like there's multiple lives actually of yourself. And you saw me when I was younger. I used to be really close. Oh my God, this
Paulina now. I love her.
And now I'm more like I think the people that I've been around and jobs that I've been in, because that's really helped me get out there and actually show the real me. And I feel like I'm really happy with myself, because I'm more like, okay, like this is me out of my bubble.
This is who I am. How does that one song by Camp Rock? This is me. I'm exactly who I'm supposed to.
Exactly. I'm gonna put that on my.
I'm gonna let it shine.
I'm gonna gonna share that on Instagram.
Put that on my notes.
No,
It's funny how that's a thing now.
I know. I can't believe there's a thing called notes, girl.
It's funny that I use it.
I'll be posting.
No, it's crazy how there's music now.
I know.
I be
love
like
that.
throwing
It's
shade.
like
I'm just
MySpace
kidding.
all over again.
Really?
Oh yeah, MySpace. Your profile.
Like their profile. That's like what?
They put the song.
I used to love that. I was like,
If I change it a lot, my own business. I'd be bored.
like
that's
a
my
lot of songs.
playlist. It's connected to my Apple Music.
Yeah.
So, Iselda, what do you love about yourself?
Honestly, what's one thing is that I'm funny. Like, I think I'm funny. Like, I don't think I am. I think I am. I am funny.
I don't think I am. I know I am.
I know. No, and I'm not saying like that's because like it's what cheers.
It's good. I think it should be normalized to talk about what we love about ourselves.
No,
you know?
yeah, and honestly, just being because I'm a goofy person. Like in serious situations, as sad as it sounds, like I will laugh, and as like I don't want to like. I was at this funeral and I was laughing not because of like no, it's just that's how I feel comfortable.
Yeah,
you know, that's how I am, and I feel like I make funny jokes.
I feel like not just that, but it also makes people comfortable around you. What I love about me is that I like to conversate.
Ooh.
I like to conversate with people. I like to get to know people. Where I'm like, tell me your story. To me, and how it's like, oh, don't open up to people. No, tell me.
No, yeah.
Tell me who you are. Tell me why you're like
what
this.
makes you you.
Yeah, and I love that about myself because I feel like I'm also I try to be as understanding as possible, and I love that I go to God for everything because it's like without that I would not be able to be who I am or where I am today. So I feel like that's one of the greatest things. I think we should wait for Paulina on this one. It says the worst date you've ever been on.
Bro, oh my goodness. That one, I think it's either the trauma. Dang, that one's...
They were all bad.
What should I think about? I'm just kidding. Imagine one of them hears them. I'm like, and then she told me it was good. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, my boy. I lied. No, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like reflecting on the past too.
Yeah, that's reflecting on the
only
past.
been with my husband. So honestly, the only worst date I would have to say, I mean, because we're very simple people. We're very like, we go out, we go to the movies, we hang out. So it's never really been like, I love being with him. Yeah. You know, so it's not like it's worse. I think the worst day would have had to been our first date. Not because of where we went or but it was what happened at the first date. So we were there all lovey-dovey. Went to Carl's Jr. because it was the only place open. It was like, I want to say 10 p.m., 11 p.m. at night.
Can never go wrong with Carl's Jr.
You know, here in this area where we live, they close at like 8 p.m. everything. So we couldn't do anything. My tias were very strict when I was living with them. So me and my husband, we show up. We're all lovey-dovey. Start kissing each other, whatnot. We turn around, and there's these two guys that from our church just like staring at us, and I'm just like, that's weird. Like, why are they looking? You know? So I feel like that's the worst date.
The worst date.
Not because of my husband or because of the situation. Of the date.
No, yeah.
But them staring was just like
they were just staring.
Yes, they were just like, you know, leaned over.
Like, make it more obvious.
Yeah, and it was just like, dude, that's awkward. Like,
I know.
I'll come back to that for Paulina. Dan, I got a few of them. I think we touched on that one. Let me see. A dream job.
A dream job. Oh, that one's a good one. And the dream job is honestly just inspire people. Yeah. And just like have that, like, yes, it's like cool, and you know, but it's like I also want to make it to the point where like an income, but I also don't want to do it for the money, obviously. Right. I want to be able to live off of, like, what I want to inspire, what I'm talking about. Yeah. You know, because all the stuff that I'm saying is authentic, and it's more like I want to live by that. Like, if people can if people can make money off their like being them true self, I want to do that. Exactly. Know? But if that doesn't happen, and God has different plans, then I do want to what was it? Join like a military, like a branch, the U.S. Navy. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's one. But I'm like hoping God don't do that. Don't choose that. I'm just kidding.
That one's like at the bottom.
That one's at the bottom. But no, it's been in a while. I've been in talks. Like, I've been thinking about it. It's more but it's whatever God wants. But I'm like, I hope Abeja Reina launches good. No, but yeah.
Yeah. No, my dream job definitely is somewhere where I can work from home.
Oh, yeah,
and
too.
then I can take care of my daughter, future kids, if any more come on along. Like you said, I love engaging with people. So I feel like this, like they must be heard. I would love to make it a career where it's just like interviewing people, getting to know people, letting them have a platform to put their voice out there.
No, yeah, it's very really important. Like nowadays, it's very important to have your voice heard.
Yeah, it really is, especially where you feel like they're trying to take your voice away. Yeah, I think it's definitely important. There was the last question that I have is, are you judgmental?
Obviously, I'm not perfect. I do judge, I'm not perfect. But I'm like, no, actually, no. But I do have my moments where I do judge.
I am judgmental. I'm not going to deny I am. The reasoning why is because I'm very protect my space.
That part.
Protect myself and my energy. And so if I see someone that is very against my values and my
that part,
understanding, I will not judge you in the point of like making you feel bad about yourself and what you do, but I will judge you in the sense of if you're giving me something to judge, then I'm going to judge it.
Yeah.
And then it's also to the point of... It's also to the point of, like, if you're coming from my family, if you're coming for, like, dude, my daughter's only 1, and I've heard some people say some things about my daughter.
Shut
and I'm
up.
just like, she's a baby. Like, what the heck? Like, grown-ass women, grown-ass people saying things. I'm just like, you know what? Those are the type of people that deserve to be judged, Right. So
no, yeah,
that's true. I'm not judgmental in the sense of like if you do things like if you're not a believer in Christ or you're not. It's like to each their own, But when it comes to things that are immorally incorrect in the sense of like not acting humane, I'm gonna judge you,
That's
so Paulina was on a break because and Reina's be heard we don't take breaks.
Yeah. It's all about the grind.
She was on a break, and so there was 2 questions that we had asked.
Oh, sorry.
The first one was the worst date you've ever been on.
Oh, I have a good one. Actually, okay, so...
Say it, girl. We're vulnerable and open here.
I mean, like, I would hear.
So the worst date I've been on was...
No names, though.
Oh, yeah. Hell no. I'm not going to say the name. Well...
Show us a picture.
I'm good.
Just kidding. This is an exclusive.
Ratatouille, I'm just
worst
kidding.
date would have to be when it was a Tinder date, okay?
That's
It's okay.
It was a Tinder date.
Find love somewhere.
At the time when I was in that, he was older than me. I was 20. No, I was 21.
Uh-huh.
No, I was 20. Okay, whatever. And he was 29.
Oh wow.
Gosh.
And he was my brother's friend. And he was like, hey, like, I'm gonna be in town, so if you want, like, I'll pick you up and like we'll hang out, we'll go do something. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So he's texting me, and then I'm getting ready. I'm over here like, oh my gosh, I'm going on a date, free food. I'm just kidding. free meals. And he so he comes, he picks me up, but I tell him like park over there because I have strict ass parents.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell them to park.
Yeah,
like,
go
gotta
park
direct
the
them.
next neighborhood. Fuck them there.
It'd be like that.
But so he picked me up and he was like, your brother's not home, right? Like, and I was like, yeah, whatever. We go. This dude was quiet the whole damn time.
Shut up.
And that sucks because you're just like, okay, like
why
we're talking in text, but now
like the silence was more loud.
It's the game on text messages bigger than what it is.
Yeah. And so he was quiet, and I would ask him like questions, like even though I already know him, but like I don't know him that well, So I'm like, okay, like So like I'll ask him questions, and he'll just be like short answered, like yeah,
What?
oh yeah, huh?
No way.
Yeah, this and that, and he was being cocky.
I know.
And then he was telling me like about his job. He was like, yeah, like I work in this and that, and like it's so stressful. And like,
no.
yeah, but my paycheck came out good, and I didn't even ask him how much he made, but he told me, and I was just like, oh, nice.
So that's not enough.
Yeah, that's not gonna support me.
I have a lifestyle you don't know.
I like to travel. First class only. No, but he was just like, oh, yeah, I make this much, and I was like, okay, cool.
And he was like, yeah, and I'm going to go buy a car next week. And I was like, oh, what car are you going to buy? And he was just like, he said a name, and I was just like, I'm not good with cars that much. He said a name, and I was like, okay, cool, like, that's nice. And he was like, that's not only nice, that's
beautiful.
That's my dream car.
That's everything.
Yeah, literally. And I was like, oh, sorry. Like,
you already told you that? Like,
yeah. Oh. And I told him, I was like, oh, sorry. Like, and then he was like, it's cool, it's just
like, damn,
it's
how could you disrespect me?
Yeah. And I was like, okay, you know. And then I was just like, not trying, you know, like, I don't like to be rude and be on my phone. Mm-hmm. But he was just like
on his phone,
and then he was like, just like, oh, like, and I see he gets a freaking like Tinder like being, and I was like, oh, like, that's cringe, like, damn. And then anyways, he was like, oh, like, what do you want to eat? And on text, he told me, we're gonna go eat like Cheesecake Factory, or like, we're gonna go eat somewhere fancy, somewhere nice. Yeah. We ended up eating like Carl's Jr.'s, which is not bad, you know. But like, he was just like, you want Carl's Jr.'s? And I was like, okay, like, I dressed up nice, but I guess like,
I'll get to Carl's Jr.
Yeah, I think Carl's Jr. is good, I guess. I was like, yeah,
not very good.
It's alright, it's mid.
I got a chicken tender.
Yeah, spicy chicken. I'll get the dollar. And
she gets to dessert the cookie.
And then she's like, and he says, oh, and you're paying.
Nah,
that would have been bad.
He was just like, oh, yeah, like, let's just eat Carl's Jr.'s. And I was like, okay. And then he was just like, okay, like, we eat in silence. It's awkward.
The silence was louder.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh. And then he told me like, oh, I have to drop you off early because my buddies want to go hang out.
My buddy,
yeah.
not the
and I was honest with him at that moment. I was like, you know what? Like, I know you're a friend of a friend, you know, but honestly, like,
this was not
bad. I was like, this is bad.
At least you told him.
Yeah, and then he was like, I thought this was going good. I was like, you thought this was going good? Where? Like, where? And I told him, I was like mad, and I was like, no, dude, like, this is going bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. You think you're like cocky, and I don't like that. And that's really like, you should humble yourself at times. And then he was like, I just got my job. And I was like,
let's stay with your job.
Yeah, you know. I was like, okay, well, congrats, but like, yeah, like,
not gonna get you anywhere with the girl.
Yeah, and then he was just like, well, like, I'll drop you off, and like, yeah.
Probably was like, it's fine, I'll walk.
Yeah, I was about to be like, you know what, I'll take the bus. Like,
I'm gonna take number 1.
Yeah. I'm a bus pass. No, but it was bad because it was just quiet, and then like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I thought that was bad at least.
I mean, also like the age gap.
I think it's
like, dude,
the way that he was acting for that age. I'm sorry, maybe I'm like the wrong.
No.
And then he expected a kiss at the end, like to drop me off. I was like,
the way you acted serves.
Not with that Carl's Jr. breath.
I saw that
Cheesecake Factory.
I saw that pickle you ate. I saw you put extra ranch in your sandwich.
And I don't even like ranch.
No. I mean, like I was telling Iselda, my date was with Carl's Jr. too. The people who heard it before, yes.
Dude.
But it was not the date situation, like taking me there. It was like what happened. So you'll have to watch the episode so you can hear what happened.
I'll tell you later.
I'm like,
yeah, but no, it's not where they take you. It's how you act. Because I see a lot of podcasts with guys. They're like, "Oh, girls are superficial." But like, no. It's about how you treat me and how you make me feel.
Exactly.
Like,
because I had a date, like, I think this was like the worst one, and thank God it was like the only one, where like the person was like, it was a different, like, how do you say it? Different ethnicity, sorry. And like, it was, you know, like, it's stepping out of my comfort zone, you know. But the way, like, this person, this was where racism. I said racist.
Raisins are good.
Yeah. No, it was involved, you know, because since it's 2 different cultures, he would point out like, oh, there's your people. Like, your people are dramatic.
That's so mean.
And I was just like, okay, like, what does that have to do with me? Like, you know, like,
so
I'm
not calling me that.
Yeah, and he would always say like, oh, like, you guys are so dramatic, you Hispanic people. And then he would like, and there was like this Hispanic people like sitting next to us, you know, which, you know, I love my Hispanic people. And I didn't get bothered, but he's like, oh my god, there goes your people, but they're being dramatic.
Oh my god.
And I was like, my dude, like, just take me home at this point.
Tell me I would have picked you up.
And then, no, you're good. And he was just so picky, like, girl, like he got so mad where she lived.
Because you picked her up where I live.
Yeah.
And
Shook hands.
he was like scared. He was like, this is the ghetto. I was like, bro.
Like, oh my god, I see people like
I see
like
people that I should not see.
yeah, and he would get so, and he was like, oh my god, I don't feel safe. And I'm like, bruh.
See,
Like,
guys, you want to know, just act yourself.
You literally.
Don't act weird.
I don't care if you have an extra pinky. Like,
I don't care if you have a third eye. Like, as long as you're looking at me.
And if you're saying take me to Cheesecake
I love
Factory,
it.
take me to Cheesecake Factory.
As long as those 3 eyes are looking at me.
Literally. Oh my god.
That's
Dude,
so
that is so
funny.
crazy. Like, I just, like, it's just, I don't know. Guys be acting weird, or I
They
don't
be
know.
saying things.
They say
It's
we're
like,
not honest in the text, but
oh
we-
no, guys do game on the text messaging.
Yeah.
It's just like stop.
Oh my god.
I know you're fronting. Stop.
Yeah.
Like,
I know you're not gonna do that to me. I'm kidding. No, but you know, like hold my hand.
Just hold my hand.
Hold my hand.
But that was Dear Sonia segment. Guys, I want to give advice, okay? I love the questions, but I want to give advice. So hopefully we can get that forum
Yes.
where it can send emails.
I'm about to send you emails, girl.
This is me.
You said you wanted to do advice.
The emails, I'm struggling.
You see my email?
the whole paragraph.
You said you wanted to give out advice. I want advice, girl.
So what are the other topics that we had? I know it's like a very, very beautiful episode, very
It was
long
really.
episode. I like it. My other episodes are usually like 30 minutes. So.
Because we're built different.
No, it's not that. It's just like when you have people on, like you have
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
you just
Good
can feed off.
conversation.
Yeah, and like, I thought I was gonna be so shy, but now I'm looking at
No,
it.
it's
Like,
me.
thank God.
I'm just kidding.
No, I literally was texting. I'm like, I'm shy.
Let me put the camera. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
I'm like, oh no, girl, give me like 3 months to like work on myself, and then we'll put the camera. Because girl,
Me too.
Nah,
I'm
Reina
built.
Be Heard will be a video once Jasenia loses weight.
you guys look
No,
good.
and I'm good. I think it would be good with the blanket. Like, what's wrong?
I'll wear green, and then they'll put like a green screen.
Just
Just my head.
no, literally, like, whenever you do like the video, like, are you cold? No, I'm just covering
I'm
myself.
just covering myself. I'm insecure.
I'm fat. No, I'm just kidding. I love myself. I just like also like with me, like even though I make fun of myself, that's how I love myself.
Exactly.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
like I got an extra lonjita. That's extra
There's
love.
no difference in this, like,
Dude, my
she'd be laughing at the wrongest time, and I'm like,
dude,
that's crazy,
it be even at church too. I know it's like but like I be like saying something random because I'm random, and I one time we both had black hair. It was
yeah.
middle of service, girl, and I looked at Paulina. We could be sisters.
Yeah,
we have
I'm
both.
The pastor's
not
like, close your eyes, lift your hands.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. I'm like, girl, the Lord is speaking
She's like,
to
no,
me
you're my
right now.
cousin.
No, yeah, I'm really random, and like my
Which is fine,
Yeah,
yeah.
random's funny.
Yeah.
No,
What
it's
was the
good.
other question?
The other one was, are you judgmental?
Oh no, I'm really not. I feel like you guys could tell.
I know
me.
she's not.
I'm not. I'm like, you do you. Bro.
Unless when like you could tell when she is judging.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
No, sometimes like
She
I
just
think I do a face sometimes where they tell me like
Like,
a story and I'll be like, you could have gone the other way, but like I guess.
That's
You know?
fair.
But like I feel like you learn from your mistakes either way.
No,
you
yeah,
know?
true.
And like it's like I'm not perfect. You
Same.
know, I've done things where I'm not proud of,
exactly.
and it's just like I can't just be like, oh, like you did that. Are you serious?
That's what I think is wrong,
You know,
when you're like
pointing,
you
like,
know,
the-
Yeah.
it's like
you know?
you're
like,
bad.
Exactly. Like, how dare you? I wouldn't do that. But in reality, it's like I did
You're
that last
worse.
week.
You're
You know,
worse
like
than
yeah,
me.
you're worse
Yeah.
too. You know, and it's just like, so you know, like Miley Cyrus said, only God could judge.
She had a little Miley Cyrus
Yeah,
moment.
Miley Cyrus, I love it.
Only God
I'm
can
judging you.
judge.
I'm just kidding.
And I say you sing, but I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, that's how we are. That's how we are.
That's how we are.
That's how we are. A little bit.
No, that's true. I mean, don't let no one judge you.
No.
because
You're-
My coworker told me this. Everybody poops.
She told me
And everybody's booty hole winks when they're mad. Literally. And
Girl,
I was like,
she
that's
told me
true.
this while I was going, like, I think we were having a serious talk, and she
Yeah.
brought this up, and I was like,
Yeah, because I was like, that's true. You know, sometimes we get nervous when like people
Yeah.
are like going off on us and like telling us, why are you doing that? Why this, and that? You know, and I'm just like,
and that's goes because when we're also very young, we're gonna fall, we're gonna make mistakes.
So God tells me it's your time.
What, guys? What is it, my time?
It could be tonight, it could be tomorrow,
Don't say
it could be
that.
the next week, but only God could judge me, and
Honestly,
I hope God has mercy over me.
So I hope when he judges me,
Literally, I hope he's like, it's fine. You know, like,
yeah, she no, it's like está bien. Está bien.
like, I get worried for that, but
Yeah,
no.
definitely.
But don't let no one judge you because
No.
you are beautiful in your own way, and
God made you for a reason.
Yeah.
Either it's for a lesson or a blessing. God still made you.
you can give advice.
Yeah.
You know, like not being judgmental, but be like, oh, like, okay, you see that situation you're in, like it could have gone another way.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, now you learn.
You learn.
You know, and
You do that. It's like
you can't
now.
do it no more, and or if you do it again, now you know.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you, SLW, when you were on your break, that I am judgmental, but it's to the point where it's like, I'm not going to come and tell you how to live your life.
Yeah.
No.
But it's going to be where I'm protecting my energy, that I'm
That's
going to
true.
judge you in the sense of like, okay, what do you bring to the table? What do you have to offer? Like stuff like that. Because when it's judging in the sense of like how you said, oh, you don't do this because I would never. It's like, don't ever say that
Don't
because
ever
you
say-
never know.
Yeah.
Never say
Yeah.
never.
Never say
never.
never.
No, yeah.
Exactly. Never say never. I feel like you're not judgmental now.
Like I said, it's to a point where it's just protecting my energy. I'm not gonna judge you in the sense like, oh my gosh, look at how she's dressed. Like, no.
Why she built like that? Why she tall?
Why she look like? Why she...
Ask God, girl. Ask God. Don't ask me.
I'm not to that point, but
No.
more in the sense of like judging in the sense of like, what are you bringing
Yeah.
to my energy, to my
That's
aura?
true.
You
'Cause
know.
you do gotta be careful. Who
Yeah.
you let in. And sometimes you sense it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, no, this one.
Yeah.
Just ain't it. You know?
Exactly.
Like the way
maybe
this
it's not judging what I do,
No.
but it's
Protecting
more
yourself.
yeah. But I'll never go to a person and be like, yeah, like no.
Like I just stay
No.
quiet. I'm just kidding.
I do. I just say, I'm like,
I feel
oh,
that
you'll
too.
learn eventually.
Yeah.
Because Paulina knows every time she comes to me, brings me a topic, brings me
Yeah.
questions. I'm just like, just open up because you know.
She's dealt with me a lot.
She's done.
She know what she like.
Has. No one is no lie. Like there's
No.
been moments where I felt so bad. Like and I'll be like, I'm pretty sure she's like, this girl won't shut up.
No. It's
She
not
won't
even
get the
that. I just know that like if you need that safe space, you're gonna have that safe
Yeah.
space. You know, that's where I feel like judgment comes bad
Mhm.
because it's like people should feel open
Oh,
and
yeah.
safe.
And I always
when they
felt that
come
with
to
you, honestly. Like I've always
Yeah.
felt like, damn, who am I gonna call? Just
Who am I
say
gonna
that.
call?
Like there's like
Ghostbusters.
She's like
Forward
Nah.
to my therapist.
she goes.
No, but that's why like I thank you like a lot on a lot of things, and I'm sorry if I never told you that.
No.
But and if I have, like I'm gonna tell you again and again that I'm really thankful for you
Aw.
because it's like I've always seen you and I've always been like, this woman is not a girl. You're not a lady, but she's a woman. Like you're a woman.
Thank
just saying
you.
that. And like I've
Thank
always
you,
seen
guys.
that in you, and you're like so strong.
I did not pay her to say this, guys.
No,
She's
no,
just a
she's
guest.
not.
I was about to say, pay me. I'm just kidding. Pay me. I'm just kidding.
Let me not say better things. I'm just kidding.
You're all this girl. You're beautiful.
No, but it's true, like, and I've always seen you, and I've always been like, wow, like I want
Are
to
we gonna hug?
be like you.
Right,
Right? Like a session.
My eyes like getting stuck to my.
Are you crying? I'm just kidding.
No, my lash is getting stuck because I
Just say
put
you are.
glue on
Say you
it. Thank you, Paulina.
No, but it's true. That's what I want to
No,
say. I
definitely.
want to say, like, and I hope that God always uses you and you open and touch these girls'
No,
hearts.
thank
Whoever
you.
listens.
Girls and guys.
Girls
Yeah,
and guys,
guys.
yeah.
We do not discriminate.
Yeah.
And then honestly, like I'm really like going with her. Like thank you for also like putting me on like on the podcast. Because literally, girl, like I literally, it's so crazy how God works. Because I literally pray for opportunities for Abeja Reina Beauty, and now it's just like when you told me, I was like, girl, like God,
Yeah.
you heard me? what about the other prayers? No, you know, and yeah, like, it's like going adding to her, like, and I think I had mentioned, like, I don't see you as, like, you know, as a girl, like, seeing you as a woman of God.
Oh,
and I always sense that, and we talked about it.
Yeah,
you know?
glory to God, always.
And it's just,
not me.
and it's crazy how God is in a good crazy.
In a good crazy, exactly. It's a wondrous that you're just like left in awe.
Literally.
You know. So I do appreciate you girls. Yeah, honestly. Again, I did not pay them to say this.
No, you did not.
No, but it's definitely. I've seen Paulina grow up. I've seen Iselda evolve, and so it's nice. She's like, hi. So it goes into the next topic to close. I think that we kind of touched on growing up in a Hispanic household. Maybe on the next episode we'll talk about with our siblings and you know being the eldest, the youngest. You're the youngest?
Yes.
And you're the middle child.
I'm the middle
right?
child.
And
that
I'm
was
the oldest.
hard. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if I should be young or should I be old.
You're like my sister.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Middle child. It's crazy. It's hard. I'm like, should I agree with my little brother? Should I agree with my
middle?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I know.
And it's like, and it's crazy because being in the middle child, you don't know if you should be mature or you should be still like, you know.
Yeah, I'm still a kid.
Exactly. You know, it's just, I don't know. But
That's how my sister is too. So we'll probably touch on that on the next episode.
Stay tuned.
But like how the girls were expressing themselves, it goes into the empowering women. So I had asked them, do you believe in the phrase real women empower other women?
yeah,
yes.
I do. But there's moments where like I feel like people, women, really empowered to a really extent where it makes one feel like, damn, I have to be in your level.
Oh yeah, that
you know, if that makes sense. I don't know if that made sense, but like, it's like in a way where like someone could be like, oh yeah, like you got this, girl, you got this.
Like be like me.
Yeah, be like me. Like look at me, I struggle this and this and that. But then it's like there's moments where it's like the woman, like it makes one feel like, okay, like I'm trying to be there, I'm trying to get to you, but
you're not giving me a moment.
Yeah,
to
like
you know. I always say this, like when I give advice, I'm just like, don't try to be like me, be better than me. Like how I tell my sisters, like you guys are your own people, you are your own person. So if I see another woman struggling, I'm gonna give her that advice of you've got this, keep going, because I don't know if she has that in her life. You know, she may have an abusive boyfriend or an abusive husband, or she may have kids that are crazy in the house. Like we don't know what people go through, you know. So I do believe that real women empower other women in the way that we speak to each other, in the way that we are there for each other. Exactly. So one way I would leave an advice to do that, if you're struggling with women or toxic women in your life, is definitely get out of there. Like don't stick around. Like if you feel like your friend groups have been kind of like, why does she make me feel like she's jealous of me, or why does it's because she is. It's because she is.
You thinking.
Exactly. Or it's like, why does she treat me like this but she treats them like that? Like just get out of there.
No, yeah.
You know, because I've been in situations where it's like you can feel that they don't like you, you know. You can feel that,
like the fake love type of thing.
Yeah, like that pick me energy, and it's just like that's nasty. That's why growing up I never had girlfriends, because it was like, why? Just to constantly have that competition, and just to constantly have that, you know. So definitely, if you feel like that, get out.
No, yeah, literally, because that's like, it has to become like, you have to be peaceful who you're hanging out with. Like, you know, like me hanging out with Paulina, like I could peacefully fart in front of her. So it's like,
she's vulnerable.
Yeah, I thought we were getting. Sorry, that came out. That really came.
No, but it's true. Yeah.
No, yeah.
You know, like,
no, it's honestly, that's funny. It is like, it's true. Like if you have to be yourself, you know.
Yeah, if you have to be yourself in every relationship, your friendships, your siblings, your spouse, your boyfriend, like whatever. Vice versa, if it's a guy listening, you know. So it's like, I've always felt like if you feel something's off, it's because it is. You know, or if not, pray about it.
Your gut never lies.
It never does.
And then sometimes you get dreams and you're like, whoa, God. No, but it's true, you know. And like, I feel like it's all about being being there for another.
Yeah, that part.
And like, for me, I didn't grow up with girls, but that's a different time. But I grew up with guys, and I used to always feel like I would see girls with dresses and like, like hair curls and like with like makeup, a little bit of mascara, and I was like a tomboy. I'm still kind of a tomboy, but like I feel like I'm.
You know how to own it. Stop it.
You're making it cute.
But like I've always felt like there was this one girl I met, like she was my friend at the time. Okay, at the time in middle school.
You better not have called her best friend.
She was kind of my best friend at the time, but she was like the girly girl, you know. And with her, it was always like she would make me feel like, you don't have boobs, you know, or like you have a big butt. And this was like middle school, you know, like, and she'd be like, you gotta be more like this. She'd be like, let me let you borrow a bra. I'm like, what the, you know, she'll stuff like paper in my like bra, and she'll be like, you have to be like this if you want to be my friend, if you want to hang out with me. And me,
sure, yes,
I could slap myself, you know, because I wanted a friend, you know, and I thought she was cool. She got guys' attention, and you know, like in middle school, you're kind of like, ooh, boys, you know, like
they don't have cooties.
Yeah, you know,
they die.
Yeah, you know, and she would like,
cute.
Yeah, she would have a boyfriend every week, you know, and I would
sure.
always be like, I kind of want to be like that, you know, I kind of want to be like that. And she was talking to my crush at the time.
Oh, hell.
And then one day she was like, if you want to get to him, like you have to be like this, you have to be like that, you have to like really be like skinny like me and everything. And
Idaho.
Yeah, you know.
And where is she at right now?
She's pregnant.
Okay then.
Okay then. But anyways, but
we
her the best.
lift her up.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, you guys. It's because I'm really protected over my best friend. Okay.
I wish her the best.
No,
though.
yeah, we still wish her the
like,
best.
I hope she's good, and you know.
I'm just kidding.
I always say this, like, match the energy that's being given to you. So obviously I'm saying empower another woman, and it's like, but at the same time I do feel like I was a little contradicting right there, where I'm just like, what the hell, you know? It's just like, it's that anger, because it's like, what the heck, like.
But it's crazy because I didn't have anger towards her at all.
There was never
in that moment, like, yeah, I would feel sad, but because I'll be
you
like,
would feel like
why?
she's right.
Yeah, and like I'll be like, damn.
And then you thought that was normal.
Like that. Yeah, you know, and but it was never to a point where I was like, I shouldn't be her friend. Something always told me, be her friend still, you know.
Yeah.
And I was in that age, I was really close to God. Not that much, but I was close to God, you know. And I would speak to her about God. And the crazy part, plot twist, you know. Not so long ago, like a year ago actually, she texted me and she was like, I'm starting to go to church, and I remembered the times when you would tell me about God at a young age, you know, and she was like, and I really thank you for that, because I'm in a struggle right now, and my baby daddy left me, and my mom's not talking to me, and literally I had a dream. She said, I had a dream, and it took me back to when I met you, and she was like, I always saw you as a different girl in that school. I always saw you as a girl that was quiet, but there was something in you, you know. And she was like, and I felt bad. She told me, she was like, I'm sorry, and I feel like I really owe you an apology, because I see your stuff, I see you post and everything, and I see that you're happy now, and God really blessed you and everything, and I hope God blesses me the way He blessed you.
Yeah, I take it back.
Why did you start with
that? I take it back. God bless you. You know, and you planted a seed in her.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, that's how you help.
And that's a form of empowering.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, like, and I didn't think that, like, dang, that was years ago, you know, like,
I love her.
The little things.
Yeah, it's
like,
literally
I love her
the little
now.
things.
I love her now. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, girl.
You know, and
God loves you. God loves you.
And now she's going to church. And
Amen.
So yeah, talking about empowering women and technical difficulties. My husband just called me, interrupted the episode, but I guess it was God's way of saying y'all recorded too much.
Yeah,
so to be continued. This is not the first time that they will be on here. They will be coming back. I appreciate you guys so much for coming on, and I cannot wait for everyone that's going to listen to this episode. And then, so again, if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Reinas Be Heard. On Instagram is the only platform that I have. I don't know if you girls want to plug yourselves in.
I'll do like which one? I'm just kidding. I got my dogs. I can't. I'm just kidding. Abeja Reina .beauty, and then my personal. It's a little complicated, but
She's like, I'll tag it.
And mine?
She's like,
Simple.
don't follow me.
Don't follow me. I'm just kidding. No, it's just basic. It's
just tag me, girl.
It's just Paulina Sordia. And a lot of people don't know how to spell my last name, but it'll be there, I guess.
She's like, if you find me, you're a real one.
I know, if you find me, you're lucky. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Whether you're listening to this in the car, on your way to work, or you're listening to this at the gym, get those gains. And we'll see you on the next episode of Reinas Be Heard. Bye.
Bye.